Okay, today I'm going to show you, as the screen wanders around a little bit here, I'm going to show you a little bit about Windows 7. There we go. You're going to click Start, and this will bring up this interesting little page. We want Control Panel. Okay, appearance and personalization. Alright, the appearance and personalization is one way to get at the display and to make some basic configuration changes. One of the big ones that people really enjoy is the personalization, so we'll look at that real quick. By the way, you see the word theme there. You just saw it. The theme is just about everything that deals with like your screensaver, all of that. Okay. And you look, we came into the appearance and personalization and then into personalization, and it gives you a bunch of choices. So we're going to back out of screen. Actually, we'll wait till it loads. The computer's a little slow tonight. So we could use this United States theme. Looks like the computer's still a-thinking. But while we're waiting, let's look at this. You could change your account picture, which we already learned you can change in the user accounts. You can change the mouse pointers, and I've tried that a couple of times. They just get very irritated. But there's one where there's a for when the system's busy, there's a running horse. When the system is processing, there's a barber pole that's moving. There we go, we can get it working. So we're going to back up to appearance and personalization, and it's thinking. This is where you got to be careful not to click too hard. Okay, so change desktop background. And it's working. So here's the desktop, and we're going to wait and let it get all the way done this time. Alright, see, we've got all these wonderful desktop backgrounds we can choose from. And there's just tons of them. You can do whatever one you want. Can make it really wild. Okay, just something interesting for you to know, that this is Windows 7 Enterprise. In Windows 7 Starter, you don't get to change this. You're stuck. Now pop up, there it is. Let's see if we can change and see what that one does. Where it's a wallpaper, that's what these are called, are wallpapers. You don't get to change the picture every so often, but you can actually browse and find pictures. See, you could go into your pictures library and have a picture of your son in the background. Picture position, fill the screen, center, tile, stretch, which is also like a a fill the screen, and then there's fit. Like the fit is as you can see, it's more like how they're making movies nowadays. So we want to save the changes, let it think. So it's went back to appearance and personalization. Let's go to personalization, see if we can get the page to pull up correctly this time. There we go. It's starting to. So this center section are the themes. And right now this is an unsaved theme in that this is the beginning of what I'm building. Here are ones that's already built. You could do the landscapes one, you could do nature one, scenes, so on and so forth. All of this. Okay, so here's our image. Windows Color, Windows 7 Basic. See, this should start to look familiar. You've seen this before. You could change like the message boxes and so forth. And you'll see there's quite a few more things here than what used to be. Used to be pretty limited there. I don't want to change any of that, so I'll just leave it. Sounds. So we'll click on that, and it's one of those, be patient, silly. Okay, the sounds. This is all basic. Play Windows startup sound. Save the changes. Okay, this is all basic. You can come in and play with this. What do you want? What sound do you want made when? And screensaver. Right now there is no screensaver. That's why there is the circle with the red line through it. Let's see what's different. The really stinky thing you'll notice is that Starfield Simulation used to be standard, and it's gone. So, Mystify. Let's see what Mystify does. There we go. It's trying. Maybe we'll see Mystify. There we go. There's Mystify. And this used to be called Beezers in the other one. In the other types. I'm going to choose Bubbles because I absolutely love Bubbles. Not as much as the others, but okay, so now preview it. Come on, pop on. While that's happening, I'm going to talk to you about this. We're going to wait how many minutes before screensaver turns on? 1 or 2 is good. Oh, there she goes. She's finally awake. So here comes Bubbles. And you just have to be patient. Here it comes. Just be aware that I'm using this in a program called VMware, because this computer does not actually have Windows 7 on it, so it is a slower process than what's here. Oh, there we go. See it? There's the little red bubble. Now it's blue, but these would be floating all through. On resume, display logon screen. That's always good, because then what it's saying is that when screensaver comes on, you have to log back in. That way, if for some reason you had to step away from your desk at work, screensaver kicks in. If you have to have a login when you're going to use it, if the computer is left unattended, it's safe. We're going to click apply. going to try to click apply. There it goes, it's thinking. And then we're going to say OK. And there it's closing down. So here's the personalization screen. My personal opinion, it's not as... I prefer some of the older versions. This one is a bit of a pain. So we're going to come back to appearance and personalization. Now we'll come to display, which is where you can do quite a bit. Okay, so you can see on the side here, there's quite a bit that's sort of under this area. First is make it easier to read what's on your screen. This is the magnifier. Do you want the 100%, which is smaller, medium? It says some items may not fit. That's okay. Gonna have to log off and restart, but we'll wait. Okay, and that's this screen. So we're gonna adjust resolution. Let it think, let it think, let it think. Okay, here's my monitor. If I had more than one, I would hit detect and it would find the second one, and then you could identify it. Here's a way to change your resolution, and you can see there's just a ton of them here. We've actually, like within, I think it was Windows NT, you can have ones that are less than 800 by 600. So this is a huge range that is available. So we could go OK. We're going to cancel this. Cancel back to the last screen. There is this little setting, make text and other items larger and smaller, and we've already sort of messed with it. There was advanced settings. It's all stuff. The advanced settings is always information about your computer. Calibrate color, and there again, there's this little shield. So more than likely something's going to pop up and say, do you have permission to do this? Oh, here it comes. User account control. And again, in previous versions of Windows, this was much more streamlined, much easier to get at. The color, the resolution, they were all on the same pop-up. This one is going to be much more okay, so this one will not work. Change display settings. Adjust clear type text and set custom text size. That's all stuff that you can pretty much just not worry about unless you've got very specific needs and you sort of know what's going on with your computer. Whoa, this looks familiar. Screen resolution. So we've actually already been here, and since we've been here and looked at everything, I'm going to look at advanced settings with you. So we're clicking on advanced settings, and just like I told you before, here's something that we've seen in previous versions. Here's where you get to look in and see what type of adapters in your computer. Here's the monitor, what's the refresh rate, troubleshoot it. For the first time that I've found, I get to actually come in and change the settings to troubleshoot. And I get to come in here to color management And in many of the previous versions, you can't get into this. So you can come in for specific types of, like here's the printers to specific types of devices. You get to mess with profiles. And unless, I mean, this pretty much doesn't look too familiar to most people, so you would really be a good idea to leave it alone unless you know what you're doing. And that is how we're going to exit out of all of these, and that is how you change the display.